How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and I'm going to be doing something today that is going to upset a few people, but I don't care. I'm not willing to spend $5,000 right now to get some new wheels for the McLaren, so we're gonna paint them. Yes, paint, not plasti dip. We're gonna paint them. You guys have all seen my car before, MP412C. I recently went, as in yesterday, and got these two trim pieces wrapped black. That way we can kind of contrast the silver. I am going to eventually be wrapping the whole car, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep the stock look or if I'm gonna get an aftermarket bumper, skirts, all the fun stuff to make this car look more like a modern day supercar. Anyways, that being said, with the contrast of the black, I think the wheels are next, and then some nice tint, and then it's nice and done. It'll scratch that itch of me wanting to spend endless amounts of money to make this thing look super sick, but I don't want to right now. I would rather spend a couple $100 doing this instead of buying some new wheels for now, because the car is going to be going to the shop, I believe, pretty soon. I have a couple things planned for it. If you watched my live Q&A in my Discord, I already said what I'm gonna be doing. If you didn't, then you're gonna have to wait and see. But that being said, I have to set money aside for that, so I don't really wanna go and buy $5,000 wheels, you know, $2,000 of tires. I don't really wanna do all that right now. So this will do it for now, and it'll actually let me see how the car looks with gloss black wheels and see if I wanna go with gloss black instead of, like, you know, bronze or something cool. So let's get started. So this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought because I'm gonna have to do one side at a time. The way the McLaren is designed, it has very specific jacking points. There's obviously not just a pinch weld underneath, and the jack pretty much takes up the whole jacking spot. So I cannot fit another jack underneath it. That being said, I don't really wanna like do some weird shit to it. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna do these two wheels, and then I can show you guys this result, and then off camera I can do the other two wheels. So let's get started on these two wheels. Okay, so I got them off, and the reason why I'm doing this, not only to match the black, is the finishes already have seen some, you know, fair use. So there's a couple nicks here, a couple scratches. None of them are curbed to my knowledge. This is the right side here, so we would see it right here. None of them are curbed, so I don't have any major repairs to do, but there's a couple little nicks in it that I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to get rid of. So that way the wheels probably will look brand new. So let's get to it. First things first, we gotta clean them though. So to clean them, I'm gonna be using a few brake cleaners right here. This is the one I usually use 24/7. This one I think my brother bought a while back. I'm gonna use both of them. I need these to be obviously super clean, so you know, get in there, scrub around, and then we gotta go straight to sanding. So let's get started. The good thing about this is if it looks like ass, it doesn't matter, because I'm planning on buying new wheels eventually anyway. And if it looks like ass, I'm just gonna buy the new wheels ASAP. So let that soak, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Now, while that first coat is still on there, I'm going to be hitting them with the other shit. Okay, so I went ahead and hosed them out. I didn't want to do it with the camera on because I didn't want to get soaked. My dogs aren't too happy. Anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and sand this with like 800-ish grit. That way the paint has something to grab to, and then we should be good to go spray. Well, then alcohol wipes, then spray. Closest thing I have to 800 is 1,000, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. I'd rather use too fine than too coarse, because I don't want to see any etchings underneath the paint. So 1,000 grit, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started on sanding it. Just make sure that we hit every, you know, square inch of it. It doesn't, I mean, we're not sanding down any major imperfections, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but we just want the paint to be able to grab onto something. Okay, so I got them sanded. Should look something like that. I haven't cleaned them off yet. Time to get the rubbing alcohol, wipe them down, wipe every square nutsack hair of this wheel, and then we can start spraying. Okay, so right before I spray, I'm hitting it with a Scotch-Brite. I just found mine. I think I would have used this from the get-go. It fucking does quick work to these wheels, scuffing them up, making it nice and even, and it just, like I said, does really quick work compared to the sandpaper technique. So if you don't really need to level out anything, as you can see, this wheel looks pretty perfect and really flat right now. If you don't need to level out anything or correct any imperfections, then I think a Scotch-Brite will do you good. But after this, I'm gonna hit it with alcohol and we'll start spraying. Forgot to mention, index cards work great for masking it off. It's way easier than just taping the whole thing. And this will get me a nice clean area to spray in. I recommend doing it in a not too ventilated area. Now hear me out, because if the wind starts blowing the cards around, you're fucked. If one of them flips over, you're fucked. So I'm actually gonna lower the garage door, and then just after I spray, I'm gonna fucking evacuate. But anyways, this one is pretty much ready. I'm gonna hit it with alcohol one more time. But as you can see, it's nice and masked off, and it's pretty much good to go. As for paint, I went with Duplicolor caliper paint, and hear me out, reason being, there's two reasons. One, caliper paint is brake resistant, and it's meant for high temperatures, for high braking applications, for high performance applications overall, and it's really durable. That being said, they also didn't have any other paint. They didn't have any other 2 cans of paint. They had like 1 can, and I didn't want to mix and match, so I got 2 cans of gloss black, and I also got clear coat, gloss clear coat. So let's go ahead and let's start spraying. It's just about ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up for about a minute. I closed the garage a bit, so after I spray this, I'm gonna go deal with the other wheel outside. I'll put it in the sun to dry. So this first coat is just a tack coat, so I'm just putting a 50-50 cover on it. You might hear me stopping, and what you think is over the wheel. I'm stopping in the gaps, just getting the spokes right now. You're not supposed to stop directly on the wheel. You want to stop a little bit past it. That being said, let me get this coat done. Even though this is a 50-50 coat, I want to make sure paint gets just about everywhere. You don't want one area to be dry, so making sure I get in between where the lugs go, in between each spoke section, hitting it at different angles, and of course the actual rim of the wheel itself. There we go. First coat looks pretty good. It's nice, and I mean, it doesn't look even obviously, but it's just a tack coat. This will allow the paint to stick to it. The next couple coats are going to be thicker than that, so let's let this one dry. I placed my cans in the sun. It is pretty hot outside. That way the inside paint gets nice and toasty, so I'm gonna let it sit in the sun, and let me pull in the other wheel so I can do the same. Okay, so the next 2 coats are on. This one I just got done spraying, and that shit looks nice. This one has been drying now for a minute or 2, but they're both looking really good. I probably have 1 more coat each. I did a nice medium coat on this one. This one I know I need to touch up a few spots. This one I got full coverage, and that shit looks really nice. I think, well, full coverage, I think, except for the actual rim of the wheel itself. So 1 or 2 more coats and we should be good to go. So I don't recommend you doing this, but I really sketchily got another jack underneath there, a little hand jack. I'm probably gonna use another hand jack right there. That way we have 3 jacks and 1 jack stand, and it shouldn't fall, God forbid, so I can get started on the second wheel. So that way I don't have to wait until these completely dry and go back on to do the other side. Okay, so this one got its last coat and it looks fucking wet. It is still drying. I sprayed it about a couple minutes ago. I ran out of paint in the first can, so I'm about to use the second can, and this one looks really nice as well. This one needs another coat, and then we're off to the 2 clear coats. I'm gonna have to go to AutoZone and pick up another can of black because this one took 3 coats. If this one's gonna start taking a couple coats, I only have 1 more can left and have a whole nother 2 wheels to paint, so yeah. Literally just got done spraying this one. That one got done about a minute ago, and if they dry looking like that, that shit is going to look fire. That shit is glossy, and it looks really smooth for just, you know, a rattle can job, which I'm really proud of about that. Like, this looks, in my opinion, pretty damn good. I'll let it focus, but I think that looks pretty damn good. Now, I know there's gonna be people calling me a hypocrite because in some of my Ricer Nice videos or Ricer Car on Craigslist videos, I do talk shit about people who rattle can their car or rattle can their wheels. That's usually when you can tell it's rattle canned. If this comes out looking like a professional-esque job, then I'm gonna be pretty proud of that. If it looks like a rattle can job, then I'm gonna clown on myself about it. So don't think I'm being a hypocrite. If you can do work that looks professional and you can do it with, you know, minimal resources, more power to you. So hopefully this looks like a professional-ish job. We'll see. I also got the other 2 wheels in here. They're already alcoholed down. I just got to put the index cards and tape off the little air nipple. I forgot what it's called. It's these fumes in here, man. I mean, I am wearing my mask. It's up there, but when I record, I'm not. So I'm getting high as a kite right now. Anyways, let me go ahead and get those started so I can put them back on the car. These have to dry for, I think, They say 1 hour to the touch, 3 hours to be handled, but I'm gonna let them dry for at least 3 handles before I touch them. You see how high I am? I'm gonna let them dry for at least 3 hours before I even touch them. All right, really quickly, take a look at this. I removed the index cards, and yeah, now we're starting to see how they're gonna look. They look really nice. They're still drying. It's only been about another minute since my last clip, but they are starting to look really nice. And that's goes to show, man. I mean, you can do a pretty damn good job on these rattle cans as long as you're not doing like a huge flat surface like a hood, a roof, a door. I mean, maybe professionals can do that, but there's a lot of little jobs that you can get taken care of with a rattle can. If you want to touch up some trim or you want to do your wheels, you can do it and you can make it look professional. Now, I don't want to bite myself. Now, I don't want to bite my tongue too soon. I don't want to say it looks great before I put them on the car, so let's wait to see. Hopefully it comes out looking good. All right, so it's been like another hour and those wheels are pretty much dry. I'm not gonna touch them yet though, just because I've had bad luck in the past touching wheels that you think are dry or touching things that you think are dry that aren't. Anyway, these I believe received their last coat of black. It's more of a semi-gloss. You can maybe see the difference, maybe if I get them both in the same shot. Those shine a lot more. This is more of like a semi-gloss. You could probably get away with this, but I wanted the clear coat to also protect the paint, and it also helps fill in little imperfections, which is great. Now this one has a run, and I get to make that decision of, do I want to go through the hassle of treating it? You can see it right there, center screen. Do I want to go and sand that little piece down and then recoat it black? I don't think so. Like I said, these aren't permanent wheels. These wheels have to last maybe a couple months till I feel like pulling the trigger on some nice wheels, so I'm not really too anal about it. I mean, they're stock wheels that I painted black. I'm not too anal about it. If they were like, say I had BBSs or TEs that I painted for some stupid reason myself, if they were that, then maybe I would spend the extra 20-30 minutes doing that, but it's been a long day already. I don't really care. I think they'll still look fine. It's the front driver's side wheels, so I'm not too tripping about it. Anyways, the whole point of painting them black is just to contrast the car, and everyone's focus is probably still gonna be on the giant brakes underneath it, so I'm not too worried about it. Let me get the clear coat going on these, and then we'll throw them on the car. All right, guys, the second to last coat of clear is drying on the other side, so we're almost done. I went ahead and mounted up the other wheels, and they look a lot better. Like, just take a look. Just take a look. Oh my God, they don't look like the same wheels, honestly. Like, look at the rear concave right there. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me get a little zoom right there, but oh, with the black accents as well. Once we get the tint as well, oh my God, it's gonna be a whole new car. So I'm honestly really happy with how they came out. I mean, they're looking pretty good. The only complaint is I didn't really spray the barrel too much. So since I did really scrub them right now, they look really clean on the inside. And so you can see the silver a little bit. So I'm not really too worried about it, but I mean, they look a lot better. And they really just complement with the black accents and everything. Like, this whole rear end kind of right here, like, kind of looks like an Audi R8, okay? So fake Audi R8 right here, guys. It's a ricer. Anyways, I figured get them on the car, show you guys before it gets too dark. The sun is setting, so I'm gonna get the rest of these knocked out and just toss them on. And it is Easter, so I hope everyone had a great Easter. But yeah, that is probably gonna do it for this video. Just, you know, sitting back, relaxing, painting some stuff, updating the McLaren look. I like how it is. You know, this is just to scratch that itch of, you know, not going and spending like $15,000 to completely change the way the car looks. As much fun as that does sound, and I would really like to do that eventually, I'm gonna go ahead and wait because I want to get a couple things done to it. I'm not gonna spoil them yet. You have to be in my Discord and you have to go into one of my live Q&As. I'm gonna probably start doing those like once a week or something. That way I can interact with you guys and talk to you guys. So if you want to find out or ask questions about the McLaren, join the Discord, subscribe. And if you want to see more videos with me fucking around with the McLaren, hit that like button. Let me know what I should do. I'm thinking about getting a carbon wing. My roommate was already like, bro, why didn't you wrap the wing? I was like, if I wrap it, I'm gonna leave it. I want a carbon one. So there's this cool one I already got my eye on. Anyways, like I said, subscribe, like, and until next video, peace.